I like what you've said, but I think I need you to sort of like expand a little bit on getting an idea like that, because I think people here need to understand, and I'm just going to give you a filler and then you're going to continue, is that you were mentioning about Kung Fu and martial arts. Well, I myself was a very weak person. I was very, very thin. And I got into martial arts because I was scared. I was very scared to walk into any big city. I was very, very worried. I was a victim at all times. And taking charge of yourself is one of the things. So it took me 3 weeks to see Bruce Lee on a screen. And I think I told this young man here, and it's in my book, but I'm still waiting to get a book. But in my
I can
book,
recommend one.
in the intro, I actually say to you that I saw this young man who put the energy onto the screen, and I thought if I could have that 10% of confidence from a very, very small Chinese man who's 140 pounds, if I could have 10% of what he's got, I'd be fine. And over the years, Bruce Lee gave me more than the 10%, and that's why you see me up here. And where we're coming from is that you look at me now and you're thinking, well, he's just a fat old guy, you know. But I love that, because usually somebody will come up to me, and some kids will come up to me and they'll go, you know, you don't know martial arts. And my son takes me on, and he's 13, and he's a blue belt in Aikido. And I do Wing Chun with him, and I do a few bits with him. And he goes, Dad, I can't beat you. I said, why can't, but you do all these moves, you know how to do this. And he does know all the Aikido moves. And as I was telling my young man here, he knows the moves, but he doesn't know how, he's been taught the moves. But the thing was that the Japanese and Chinese came out with hypotheses. They didn't come out with laws. So you may go and do this or this, but if you don't know how that works, that's one thing. And that's the same with your mind. If you put blockages in there, it ain't going to work. And this is where blacks come along with this and joining the dots, is that Shaolin monks weren't just, they're a monk. They didn't just religiously chant all the time. They protected the poor people. They fought and they learned martial arts from the animal systems. And yes, they were very good at it. But there's something that you don't know, and everybody goes, I'm a martial artist. But there was a thing that the real martial artists all were. They were the doctors as well. So if they hurt you, and as they said, if they were fighting the bandits, because they were true believers in being, you know, looking after life, if they hurt you, if they broke your arm, they'd set your arm and fix you as well. So you would hurt your enemy, but you'd be so good that you would fix his arm. That's a great way of thinking if you think about it. And basically they did it for everything. So the whole thing about totality of, I like to teach one, and again, this young man stole all my little lines, but what's your name, young man? Hitesh. Hitesh got all this before. But I bet there's loads of young people here that know what Feng Shui is. And I'm going to throw it out. What's Feng Shui to you? Tell me. What's Feng Shui? Anybody? Well, alright.
Being in the corner.
Being in the corner, no, yeah. It's where you put, in most people's, it became fashionable because Feng Shui was actually where you put chairs on tables. But you're wrong. Feng Shui is one part of the whole thing. Feng Shui, part of it is putting the things in the right place. But Feng Shui is a whole religion. It's a whole way of thinking. And you have to adapt that, like you're doing with this, and take it on board, and you will actually get some benefit out of it. You have to go out there and believe the whole thing. It's a martial art, it's a religion, it's everything else. It's not just doing that. But because fashion said it's just where you put your chairs, you believe that Feng Shui is that. But I've taught you now that you go out and research real Feng Shui, and it's a lot bigger than just putting places. And what we're saying here with the Bruce Lee and the Jeet Kune Do, He's not just a little Chinese guy beating people upon a screen. It's bigger than that, and Lack's trying to open that cupboard. Right.